¿Qué pasa, YouTube? 6fthax here. Happy guys, today a Wi-Fi battle against Ace Trainer Nicholas, which I know my previous battle was against him, but if you guys would like to battle me and be featured on the channel in a future battle, make sure to check out the Discord. A link to that should be down in the description, as well as my Twitter. I did upload an update video earlier today that I would really appreciate if you guys could go check that out. That's also down in the description. And of course, if you guys do enjoy the video, make sure to hammer that like button down below to answer the question of the day, which was on the beginning of your screen, but it will be up again after the battle. Now, if you look at Nicholas's team, he's got a very aggressive team, with his only real wall being the Celebi, which he decides to lead off with. And I have a bit more of a bulky offensive team, so this is going to be a pretty back and forth match looking at team preview. Now, I did expect him to lead off with Celebi, but because I do have a good amount of special defensive ease on my Hippowdon, I'm pretty sure that I can live a Giga Drain if he wants to go for it turn 1 and get up my rocks either way. Rocks are going to be very, very handy in this match. As we both get up rocks, I'm thinking he's either going to want to stay in here and go for the Giga Drain to see how much damage it'll do, or go for the U-turn. But no, he pulls out the Z move, and when I saw the Z move, I was a little bit scared that it was going to be Bloom Doom. Luckily though, it turns out to be Shattered Psyche, which I'm pretty positive I can live a Shattered Psyche, but Bloom Doom utterly would have annihilated Hippowdon, which I'm able to comfortably live that Shattered Psyche. And I did go for the slack off on the chance that he did want to stay in a Giga Drain to see how much damage it would do to me. Plus, I don't really have a safe switch into this Celebi, because while I do have Scizor, I'm an offensive SD set, which means I don't have Roost and I don't have U-turn, which really sucks, because Scizor would have been a perfect switch into the Celebi, as he pulls out the Leaf Storm, which I was not expecting. I thought that he would just have Giga Drain, but no, I just get nuked by a Leaf Storm, which is really bad, because Hippowdon was my only real switch in to that Staraptor, which, for those of you who may not know, Staraptor is being suspect tested right now in UU, and Victini was being suspect tested, but that got the boot from UU, so there's a good chance a Staraptor may not be UU as well, just because it doesn't have any real good switch-ins, especially if it's choice banded. As I bring on my ABSOL, I barely fail to knock out the Celebi with the knockoff. I didn't want to Sucker Punch on the off chance that he decided to hard switch, or maybe want to go for a non-offensive move, because I still didn't know his final move. As he U-turns into the Staraptor, I was a little bit worried that this would have quick attack, but either way, my best move to go for right now is definitely the Sucker Punch, as I barely knock him out. Even after rocks and sand damage, I was not able to knock out the Staraptor, and Mega ABSOL didn't knock out the Celebi either, which I was so disappointed in Mega ABSOL, because I was really hoping it would do a lot of work in this match. Either way though, it's fine, as he U-turns into his Volcanion. This is really good for me, because with his Celebi being weakened, he has nothing for Raikou. He has no switch-ins, so he either has to fodder off his Volcanion here, or allow me to knock out whatever comes in, as I'm able to OHKO this Volcanion. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that I wouldn't have been able to knock him out with the Thunderbolt, but I guess I'm just underestimating the power of Raikou, or maybe he just wasn't running any HP investment. Either way though, Volcanion is out of the way, because that thing alone could have been a humongous problem, because I didn't really have any safe switch-ins to it either. As in comes the ABSOL. I was a little bit worried that maybe he would try and pursuit trap me here, but either way, definitely switching out was my better play, because I was pretty positive that he wasn't going to try and go for the knockoff. His plays were either to go for the Sucker Punch or go for the pursuit, but if he did go for the knockoff, switching directly into Keldeo is a really bad play, because I definitely need my Choice Scarf so I can keep this Mega ABSOL in check. So that was a really aggressive play on my part, and then expecting him to try and switch into the Starmie to rapid spin away those Stealth Rocks. I'm actually going to pull a double switch into my Raikou, which is really good for me, because we're in the same scenario as earlier against Volcanion, where he's got to choose something to fodder off, and if he loses his Starmie, then that means Celebi and Staraptor are going to get knocked out by Stealth Rocks, because he's got no way of getting rid of rocks except for the Starmie. So I tried to bank on the speed tie here, seeing that he had leftovers. I'm pretty sure he was a max HP variant. I get a crit on this Thunderbolt, but I ran the calc, and even after leftovers, I had about an 80 to 90% chance to knock him out with that Thunderbolt. So unless I had got absolute minimum damage, there was no way that crit mattered, and like I said, the roll was definitely in my favor. So back comes the ABSOL. Because he didn't pursue me earlier, I'm pretty positive he's not going to go for it again here and probably try and sucker punch me, which is why I make an aggressive switch into my Scizor. But he goes for the Swords Dance, predicting me to switch out, which is a really good play on his part. And I was hoping to maybe live the sucker punch, but no, because I am offensive and I don't have a lot of HP investment, I just die to the sucker punch. Luckily, I do still have the Scarf on my Keldeo, and he's gonna bank on me not being Scarfed and try and go most likely for the Play Rough, but I do catch him off guard there as I'm able to knock him out with that Secret Sword. I no longer have to worry about this ABSOL, as in comes the Infernape, which honestly is his last Pokemon at this point, because again, Celebi and Staraptor get knocked out by Stealth Rocks, which is why Stealth Rocks is such an important move in this game, and probably the most important move in all of battling, honestly, just because of that little chip damage and the scenarios that can happen, which is what's going on in this battle, because my opponent has two Pokemon that he literally can't use because of Stealth Rocks. So I sack off Raikou to the Infernape, allowing me to get a free switch into my Latios, which there's no way this Infernape is going to be able to outspeed me, because he did reveal to be Life Orb, unless he had Mach Punch, which doesn't do anything, and unless he had Vacuum Wave, which does even less. So down goes the Infernape, and at this point, Staraptor is going to get destroyed by the Stealth Rocks at that low amount of HP, and then Celebi will also be knocked out by the rocks. So Hippowdon picking up two KOs there at the end, thanks to the help from Mega ABSOL. And good game, Nicholas. Again, guys, if you would like to battle me, my Discord and my Twitter link is down below. I do plan to get back into streaming again. I did upload an update video earlier today that I would really appreciate if you guys could go check out. A link to that should be also on the end screen here in a moment. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Make sure to hammer that like button down below. Let me know what you think about Staraptor in the UU tier. Should it stay or should it go? Personally, I think it should go. I don't really think it's got any good switch-ins, but let me know what you guys think about it. And with that being said, I will see you all tomorrow. So later, everybody.
Cause my brain and heart are both tied in a knot, and this hinders me from crying a lot. This causing me to show no emotion. But when I said I cared, I wasn't joking. But I guess it's too late for me to become broken. For now, I'm living with no more pain, tears, or hoping. I'm just coasting. Yeah, I said I'm coasting. No more pain, tears, and hoping.